Juan is in Tampa. Hi, Juan. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My wife and I have been married for 8 years. We have 5 beautiful children. Within 5 years, we've made a lot of bad financial decisions, and we find ourselves to the tune of about 97 grand in debt. So just about 100 grand in debt, not including the house. And I want to just follow the plan as it's stated on the app, Path of Least Resistance guy right here, which is partially why I find myself in this predicament. But I just want to follow the plan the way it's written. She seems to think that by maybe utilizing or taking money out of our 401k to pay down a big chunk of this debt would help us get a good head start, and then essentially we'd be paying ourselves back. I don't agree
You
with
mean
that.
Borrowing money out of the 401k?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. No, I would not do that. And the reasons are twofold. Number one, when you leave your company, and you will leave your company, when you die, when you get a better job and quit, or when they fire you, one of those three things will cause you to leave your company. When you leave your company, if that loan has not been repaid, it is considered an early withdrawal, and you'll be taxed at your rate plus a 10% penalty on that amount. And I would never do that for that reason. Number two, mutual funds are performing way better than you would be paying yourself. Here's the problem. The intrinsic problem in that question or in that suggestion is not even the I just gave you the real reasons not to do a 401k loan. But that's not really the problem. The problem is you guys got into debt looking for a shortcut to get stuff that you couldn't afford. Now you're looking for a shortcut to get out, and there's not one.
Understood.
That's the problem. You really have to, the two of you together, have to sit down and go, you know what? We are not going to live our life as a life of shortcuts. We're going to live like no one else so that later we can live and give like no one else. And that's what's at the center of this. And I don't blame her. I would rather do something of the easiest way too. But it ends up, here's the other thing that you can bring up and you guys can talk through. One of the things I found this many years ago, the first time. I've seen it in several studies since then, but the first time I saw it, it was just eye-opening to me, that wealthy people, when they are making decisions about purchases or money decisions, have a planning window, an analysis, a calendar window of 10 or 20 years out. They ask themselves, when I do this, is it smart 10 or 20 years out? Poor people that stay poor, broke people that stay poor, have a planning window of Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, God, it's Monday. Does this feel good right now, in other words? And the question of, borrowing on your 401k is not quite Friday, but it's by Christmas. It feels better. But if you look out 10 years, it doesn't look better at all. It's a really dumb idea to have put your whole thing at risk on a 30% or a 40% hit at that rate. Now, I can't make anybody do anything, and I don't try to. So your wife is going to think what she's going to think. You guys are going to do what you're going to do. But those are the reasons that I don't recommend using borrowed money on your 401k. Number one, you're unplugging good investments that might have made you 12, and you're going to pay yourself 5 or 6. It might have made you more than 12. Number two, when you leave your company, if you have not paid the loan back, you have a huge mess because you're going to get hit with your tax rate plus 10%, so that's probably a 30 or a 40% hit on that money. It's like borrowing money at 30% interest. Is why you don't cash out your 401k to pay off your debts. Number three, it's a sense of a shortcut that's not real. And just like going into debt in the first place was a shortcut to get stuff that wasn't real, and it causes you problems. Number four, it's short-term thinking instead of long-term thinking, and wealthy people always use long-term thinking. By the way, almost all long-term thinking has short-term pain. Almost all short-term thinking has long-term pain and short-term relief. And that's what this is. It's short-term relief with long-term pain. And that's how you know it's wrong. That's how you know it's the wrong way to go. And there's just no shortcut to any place that's worth going. So those are your 4 reasons. That's why you don't do it. Now you guys get to sit down and talk about whether you're going to do it or not.